All right, here we go again. So I said I would teach you guys on liquidity and inducements, right? So let's start from liquidity. So let me just did all this part. I was explaining and answering you guys' question. Uh, all right. Now I will not just go deep down in the definition of liquidity because we don't have time. I want this thing to be full of practical. Now, just so that liquidity, when you just let liquidity, just know it's money, right? And definitely the market needs money to move the market, right? Before market can move, it needs money. Right? Liquidity is just like a fuel, it's just like fuel in the car. Right? So when you have liquidity, your mind should know that if there's no fuel in the car, everything can be working perfectly. You can turn on the lights, you can press the on and everything, but it will move, right? So, but when you put fuel in the car, it starts moving. So that's just like a proper definition for liquidity in the market, right? Liquidity is when there's money in the market, it moves, right? So, and there's some areas in the market that liquidity are always there. That price needs to come and clear. You know, price needs money in that particular time. And once price clears, who is this person? Look at Kumota, sharp, sharp. Let me see. Like,
You add your screen brightness now.
no
You
serious.
know the show now, Sam.
No serious. No, 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 other people don't. Oh, the other people are not addicted. All right, so now, okay, that's just the definition. Let's just go sharp, sharp. So now, let me use an example for you, a textbook example. All right, so now there are different type of liquidity, right? So in retail, when we were taught, right, M formation, right? We are taught that once you see M formation like this, once you see price goes up, comes down, make the second. Thank God. Thank God. Last one, if you write on my screen, you're out. So once we see price makes like this, the second movement, thank God, let me move it. Just give me a minute, let me move this guy. Thank God, thank God. Don't have time for this office. Don't learn. All right. See you later. All right. So now, this is what we are taught. So once it's making the second leg, right? Once it's already like this, we are taught that it will come down. Same thing with W, right? Same thing with W, right? Same thing. And we're also taught, right, resistance and support, right? Once price is ranging, by this sell here, buy here, sell here, buy here, and all that, because there's a resistance line above, right, and there's a support line below, right? So now these are types of liquidity. What of also trend line? We were taught about trend line. Trend lines works by the way, but there's a way you do that. There's a way you use it, right? We were taught about trend line too, right? Once you see market is already expecting the line, you should sell from the highs and you should buy from the lows, right? So let's just focus on this, right? Let us focus on this now. So because people are selling from here, majority people are selling from here. Their stop losses are up. There are a lot of so people are selling from here. Let me use the order. People are selling from here, right? Their stop loss is here, then their target is down, right? The target is down here, right? So there are a lot of stop loss above here, a lot of stop loss, right? And stop loss means money, right? There are a lot of money here. The same thing for W. People are buying here, right? They are trying to target up, right? So there are billions of dollars sitting around here. Same thing here. People are selling here. People are buying here. Their stop loss are up. Same thing, the same thing here, right? So what market makers will do is that they will do what? They will go up to clear all this liquidity. These are liquidity. They'll go out to clear all the money. Once they clear all the money, then you see that the market will move slowly. Those are traders. They will know that sometimes you know that you take some trade and immediately market hits your stop loss. Before you know, market will just boom. You be like market just hit my stop loss and it's already going to my favor. It's already going massively here. Your liquidity, right? We are part of those that price liquidate, right? So this is just type of example, right? If there's time, we'll still break it down. Let's just go to the live chat. Also here too, say Buy. Stop loss are above all these places. So price needs to come and clear those stop losses, right? To move either in the direction or opposite of the direction. So let's use one example. And there's one here I won't join yourself, right? So this is liquidity, right? You can see. But let's go to the one that price has cleared. I have some messages up. All right, so liquidity now. See, so we have one here. This one is trend line. You can see. You can see this trend line. People are selling here, selling here, selling here, selling here. Once price comes to the third line again, they want to sell. But what the market went up. Clear all this liquidity. You can see. Maybe clear liquidity. What happened? Look at the massive sell. Look at the massive sell. Massive drop. Can you see? Look at how market fell straight up. Right? That's one. So in liquidity, you have to open your eyes. You can switch time frame to see these things. You can just switch time frame. But let's stay here for a bit before we switch. Right? And mind you, it's not all liquidity that market to clear, right? It's not all. Like look at this one now, especially when there's no reason for market to clear it. There are liquidity there. Can you see? Market even clear this one, so I didn't even see it. I was looking at this one here. You can see liquidity. You need to open your eyes. So I was looking at this one here. Look at, right, look at this one. And these are our supply zone. Can you see? Can you see? Those are selling from here, selling from here, selling from here, and they will draw their resistance. That is resistance. They want to sell from here. Price it what clear all their stop loss close to the supply zone. Then did some ranging, then fell massively. Can you see? Liquidity is always in the market. Is always in the market. Always in the market. Always look at that one here. This is small, sha. Just small. Just more. Can you see? Let's switch here so you can look at this one. I'm waiting for price to clear. Right? Look at I want price to clear it down. Right? That's one. So let's move to another pair. 75. Let's see. You can just suggest any pair you want me to check. So you don't look at I've picked all this pair down. Look at this one. Can you decrease it? Can you see? Price just weak it out. Can you see? Price clear the stop loss. Look at the massive fall. So look at another decrease that I've spotted down. I want price. I didn't even confirm you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? I hope everything is going fine.
Yes, 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 sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right, all
We
right, all right,
can
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
all right. Now look at an now I've spotted below here. Right, I'm waiting for price to right to. Okay, I think I need to change from my monitor to my laptop. All right. That was right. Okay. It's not. It looks so small. All right, so now look at another one here. I've said it. I'm waiting for price to come and clear this one also right here. Some messages. Okay, Euro USD. We'll check on who does go to my screen again. You guys let me find that person. Let me move the person. All right, so okay, let's check Euro USD. Someone does say Euro USD. Let's check Euro USD. Right, Euro USD. We'll just check for liquidity. Right, I've not even started. See this trend line here. Look at this one. That's one. But let's go for let's start from daily time frame. Although daily time frame it will be very hard because it's higher, right? So but you still see some right. All right, I'm not seeing anyone clearly here. You go to 4 hour time frame. All right, see one here. Can you see? Right, people want to sell from the third touch. Can you see price did what went up, clear it, and look at the massive fall. Once price clear liquid, there'll be a massive movement. There'll be a massive movement. Right, there'll be a massive movement. Let's look for more. Right, if you don't see more, you have to be switching time frame to see these things, right? Let me accept these people that are just coming, newcomers. Don't mind them. All right, let's switch time frame again. Right. And you have to calm down to check these things because I'm watching because I'm teaching you guys. I want to touch on inducement, right? If I calm down and check where you see that I will still see like one or two, right? You can see cut down. I just saw now. Where's my two? You have to calm down and analyze. Look at double top, double bottom. Can you see? And what happened? Price did what? Price came here all the way, clear it, and continue before it break down. Right. So let's switch time frame. You guys can keep suggesting about PS you want me to check. Gold BTC. All right, no problem. Let's look at this. Since my mic is low, okay. Can you guys confirm that my mic low? Please, you guys show
No,
me.
sir.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay,
It's
It's
audible.
okay.
please, people show me find this person that's writing on my screen. Let me move this person. I beg. Not serious. This is right. Look at now liquidity. Right, price flight up. Alright, so some people are saying my mic is low. You need to increase your volume. Alright, so look at this one here. Look at. Can you see liquidity? Alright, so you have to just open your eyes to see them. Right, look at the one we spotted on another time frame. Can you see how clear it is? Right, let's go to BTC. Right, was it BTC they said? Cryptocurrency. Let's see. Just on inducements, right? Let's start from 4 hour time frame. So if you want to see your liquidity more, there are no particular time frame, but for me, with my years of experience, I used to see liquidity more on 15 minutes, 1 hour, right? From 1 hour, from that 1 hour. 4 hour, you see liquidity on 4 hour, definitely, right? But see that 1 hour below, from 1 hour low, come on, you go see it clearly. Let's see BTC. BTC, let's see. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to 2 hour time frame safe. From 2 hour time frame. Consider this is not really clear. But for me, with my experience, I will count this as liquidity. Can you see? First touch, second touch, third touch, and you can see price went clear it and started coming down. Can you see? I hope you know swing points are also liquidity. We'll get to that, sir. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, alone. Can see. You can see they'll be selling. Look at price. Hide and money come out. All right. Let's see one more before we go away from BTC. Let's switch from 1 hour, from 2 hours to 1 hour time frame. Right. Um, Emmanuel said GBP USD. Someone said John 50 index. Can't see your screen. On your own, you can't see my screen. Okay, let's see one more here before we move on. Let's see if we can see one more. One more. Can we see one more? We see one more. Definitely you will see one more, but I'm just trying to look for the obvious ones. If I calm down and start explaining there's some liquidity here, you can see one here, but you'll be so confused. So I'm looking for the obvious ones. Right? I'm looking for the obvious ones, right? When you analyze, of course, you can't be fast like this. I'm doing like this. You have to take your time. Right? You can see. Here's my two. What's happening here? Bye. Say. They are selling. Look at what happened. Price went up, clear the stop loss. You can see. Look at the massive push down. Look at them. Once price clear, because that is money now. Once price have seen money, it will move. It will move rapidly. Someone said John 50, right? Let's go to John 50. Right, and that's the last one before I move to inducement. I'm trying to rush. Probably if there's still more time, maybe tomorrow we can still continue on liquidity. right? Let's see, jump 50. Let's start from 4 hour time frame. All right. Look at liquidity, but it has not been cleared. The actual liquidity. This one, it even cleared the first part, right? Look at it cleared the first part. Safe. Look at buy, buy, buy. You can price clear liquidity. Can you see? Look at the push up. Look at the push up. Can you see? Can you guys hear me? Let me confirm you guys can hear me.
Yes, sir. We
Yes,
can hear you,
can
sir.
hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Can hear you.
So sorry guys, my brother just tested me. Apparently. The guy I moved was his friend. Well, that's not my business. That's not my business. The person I moved, was it thank God or so I moved? He just tested me that a friend be that too. That's not my business. If you're not complying with the rules, I do. So sorry guys. Let's go to 2 hour time frame. Let's see. We have just 10 minutes. So maybe next time we'll try Google Meet to ask more hours for us to analyze. Someone suggested YouTube. I was like, many people that are here that just learn to learn, they don't have a lot of money to buying data. Data will consume. But if you guys want YouTube, you can go to YouTube. That will give us enough time to analyze. And all right, so there's this liquidity. You see, as I'm talking, so I don't even spot myself. All right, you guys need to open your eyes clearly. Right, look at liquidity. Price cleared it off. There's another one here that price correctly clearing. What did I just post? that guy is so funny. You went to text my brother, so I'll add you back or what? What mean, sir? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, Google Meet, obviously. I'll try that. All right, that's what I'm doing. That's all I'm saying. Right? Maybe let's do inducement tomorrow, right? Let's do inducement so that I can take time to answer your question. So, I say we can start taking questions. If you have questions, you can start dropping them. But I think there are more. Let's switch peers. Let's see. Boom, 500. Let's see. See. Let me check for okay. We're in forward time already. Let's see. Okay, let me switch. There's one I saw. I said don't break it down for you guys. Was this the 500? Is it? You can see the liquidity right here. Right. Once you are calm and start looking out for all these things, you'll see them. All right, time for questions. So, can I ask a question? Sure. Using the concept of liquidity with market structure, where any other block falls under, let me calm down. So where any other block falls under the type of liquidity, we wouldn't consider. I think Gabriel, unmute yourself and answer a question. I don't understand it. How do we treat liquidity? That's a good question. Now, so let me just use that. Which one do we see liquidity was very clear? Now, okay, I can use this to jump 25 down. I look, okay, now look at, now once you spot out liquidity, you wait for price to clear your liquidity. Now look at this side I took. I didn't start selling for me. I didn't start selling for me. I waited for price to clear liquidity. The first thing I was looking for, I wanted price to clear liquidity over here, tap into my supply zone, then I start selling. But price didn't tap into my supply zone. It first clear liquidity. When I saw price clear liquidity, I said, all right. And I went to lower time frame, which I will explain to you, boss. I don't want to show you guys one. So when I saw price clear liquidity, price came, made a low, made a high, made a low, made a high, made a low. Now look at, there was a supply zone right here, right? This is inducement. Why I sold it was I saw price clear liquidity and there was inducement right here. So I went to 15-minute time frame. Okay. So I went to, you can see how clear it is. You can see this in, I've not taught you guys inducement. But those of you that know inducement, you can see how clear it is here. So price made a low, made a wide, made a lower low, right? People were start selling for me. I waited for price to clear inducement, then I sold right from here, then down. Because price has cleared liquidity up here already, right? So wait for price to clear liquidity before you enter. That is it. And obviously I sold because One of the reasons was I saw that liquidity down here that prices to clear off, right? That's it. Obviously, tomorrow we'll break things down. Are there different type of liquidity in the market? Of course, that was I thought you now. Who is this guy asking this question? Where is that my chart? What was that? I don't know where I saved that chart. Where I was explaining double top, double bottom, trend line, ranging, and all that. Those are type of liquidity now. Let me just tell you, type of liquidity, you have W, we have M, you have resistance and support, we have trend line, right? Those are few. All right, so any other question?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, bro. How you doing?
I will work.
I did fine. Can support and
I
resistance
said,
later turn into liquidity? Sure. I
my
think
question is that I don't know how to spot SBI. Yesterday, I sent you message on your private chat after we round up a lecture
okay. Did I respond to you?
about it. Yes, you just respond to you. I sent one analysis to you on volatility 50.
Okay, so what was the question?
So my question is that I don't know, like due to the way I spot out my analysis, like whenever I have market, I've tapped into my supply zone and clear liquidity.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you give me I called it SBI, that is structure break and endorsement. Then I'll now mark the maybe other block, or sometimes I use invalidation mode of entry whenever I get my liquidity. That is structural liquidity.
You have not still asked your question, no?
I said I want to know more about SBI. That is structure break and endorsement.
Did I teach you structural book and inducement? Is that what I'm teaching you? I'm teaching you
No.
about liquidity. Ask question on liquidity now. When I enter structure, this is not laughing with me. When I enter all those ones, we'll talk about those ones. I've not told you guys on inducement, so I don't expect you to ask on inducement. I'm teaching you guys on liquidity, and so I want you guys to ask on liquidity. Because if I start explaining all those things to you guys, those that don't know it now will feel left out, right? So if I'm teaching
Oh,
on liquidity, I expect question on liquidity. Do you get what I'm saying? So when I'm teaching you on structure or inducement, you can bring your questions concerning those ones.
okay.
All right.
Good evening, sir.
What's
Thank
up, bro?
Yes, sir. I want to ask question on liquidity. Like after taking maybe after the market has clear liquidity, where should be our TP and also where should be our stop loss so that maybe
So,
the
so
market won't clear?
I get it. That's a good question. So I understand it. So what I also do is, so I also use liquidity as my TP, right? So now I sold from this supply zone right there. Look at my last TP here. Although because of imbalance, which I will teach you. But look at this trend line liquidity. So I want price to still come and so far I'm sure that price will clear all this liquidity that I'm waiting here. So now your TP1 can be here, your B2B2 can be, ahead of below of that one, and your TB3 finally in this demand zone, right? So you can use your
One of my friends.
what is it? You-
Bem, nem teve jogas. Nem se joga.
So you can also use liquidity, but should in case you did not see liquidity, your swing point should be your swing point should be your TP. Now this is a swing point here, but this is another point, and that swing point here. This is another swing point. Or your structure, you see lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Definitely no person come and make another lower low. So your first TP should be here, right? Once price break this low again, make another lower high, your second TP should be below that zone, right? Let me use this one to let me use the example. So let's say we are an uptrend, right? So there's a demand zone right here. I hope I can finish this before this ends. A demand zone right here, right? I'm waiting for price to come down here. So price comes down here, comes down to this place. I buy. What should be my first TP? Definitely, my first TP should be here. Why is my first TP here? Because I want market to come and make and that structural high here, right? Because I'm saying higher low, higher low, higher low. Definitely, price come and make and that higher high. So you should pass this. So my TP will be here. This swing structure here. That's my first TP. If I want to target the rest, but my first TP should be here. I think I've done justice to that.
Okay, sir, I have a question, sir.
I dey feel you, bro.
Okay, sir, does it mean that the market does not necessarily need to tap into a supply zone before it sells when it has clear liquidity?
That's a very good question. Now, so when I teach you about inducements, you learn that one very clearly. But just to answer you, the market does not necessarily need to touch your demand or supply zone. Once there's a valid liquidity, right? Once price have cleared that liquidity, it can just start
Mm,
falling or it can just start going up. So there's some area, there's some most of the time price need to tap into necessary POI. Like I said, once this is a valid demand zone, like this is now, once this is a valid demand zone,
yes.
sorry, I think I need to do this. Once this is a valid demand zone, definitely price will need to come and tap into it, right? Why showing this too? Price will need to come and tap into it. So should in case there's liquidity around this side, price can clear liquidity, tap into this demand zone. So far this demand zone have imbalance, right? So what is the demand zone?
Oh,
But if the demand zone does not have imbalance, price can just come and clear liquidity and just fly away, right?
okay, sir.